Hey guys, and welcome to my living room makeover. I'm over here trying to make my living room all dramatic, modern, simple, clean, gold and greens. Welcome guys to my living room. As you can see, this is our before, which was long overdue. It needed to be changed. I had been living in this situation for the past, I guess, 2 years now. But upon meeting my inspirational cushion, I was so inspired to change everything, maybe not so everything, but majority of the room, and turn it over. I was tired of the neutrals. I was tired of the gray. Gray is not my favorite color, so it had to go. So if you're anything like me, I like to immediately put all the things that I buy in my home and just try them out immediately. As you can see, I've already put that horse on the table, and I showed you guys on my last video, which is the shopping haul. But if you want to go back to it, you can go back and check it out and see what I bought for this makeover. Now, I was super inspired by the cushion, and I wanted to go very, very bold. Bold, bold, bold. I am known for loving light and loving everything that is bright. But I guess I was just tired of it, and I've been seeing a trend of black interiors and black, majority of the black, matte black. And I was keen on it, and I wanted to try it out. So guys, I have gone bold and black in my room. And to be honest, I could not believe how gorgeous it feels in my room. So I went to work. I covered all my sofas and just made sure that no paint would ever get on my couches. I went upstairs and I gathered all my spare blankets. I even took a duvet just to make sure no paint gets on my sofas. They just brand new, really. We just bought them over a year ago now. So, and I love them, and I just don't want to risk paint on them. So I got to work. I wrapped up my windows and I taped up the whole room and started to go, to town with paint. I bought a matte, semi-matte paint, and I was going to take it, I guess, side wall by side wall. I was quite nervous to do the whole room black. So at the moment, I've only painted two sides of my living room, and I don't know if I will extend two more sides, but I like how it feels right now, and it just feels right, I guess. It feels quite intimate, it feels quite comfortable and very, very calming. I could not explain how calming I feel. So yes, I just went for it. I went to town and I painted the room. And as I showed you on the haul, I bought some shelves that I wanted to hang up. Although they were gray, I wanted to paint them and change the colors. So I DIY'd them and I painted them black. But as you see me here, I had mounted the bracket, and I was just trying to see if the floating shelf would hang and kind of work well. This is a bit tricky. If you're handy, kudos to you, but I'm not that handy with the drill, and I'm super nervous when I'm drilling into the wall. But I did, and it worked. Yes. So I was quite chuffed with myself that I did it, and it was perfect. And I used the leveler, and the leveler told me it was so perfect. So that was one done. I have two shelves to put up, and I got my very best friend, Mr. Ladder, and I did drill in again for the next one, and there we go. It looks so good, and I love the way it is going, and I was super chuffed with myself to even mount the second one and have it completely level, and they are really, really sturdy, so I'm super happy with that. As I mentioned, I was going to DIY the shelves. They are gray. They're beautiful floating shelves, but they were gray, and I'm not looking for gray. I don't want gray. So I painted them the same black that I used on the wall to save the coins. I'm not about to go buy some spray paint. I figured, you know what? This paint works well, and I'm just going to give them a shade of black, and it was perfect. Like, it looks like my shelves are floating, or the items on the shelves are floating rather. So I painted them, and I painted other items that I wanted to incorporate that were not the same color or they were not black. I just went to town and I DIY'd and I painted over a couple of things black, including some art that I was fed up of. I just decided to do an abstract art on them and just, I don't know, experience different things and just save money at the same time. So these drum lamp sheds, I had them for a long time, and I had DIY'd them before, but it wasn't what I was looking for. I wanted to go really masculine and very dramatic with the black in the whole room. So I painted them again with the black, and it saved me money because the ones I had been looking for were quite pricey, and for that big size of a drum, they were a little bit pricey, and I wasn't prepared to spend that much money for this makeover. Once I had kind of, made up everything, I started just making my room all neat and nice and just trying out certain things that I wanted to put in the room. I am very symmetrical. I love things to be very symmetrical, and that piece of art there next to the TV was really bothering with my mind, and I thought it was too close to the TV, and I wanted to create a bit of space to make the TV the center of that wall. After drilling in, I figured it looks much better now. I created a bit of space, and I love the way it looks now because it makes the TV the center of that wall, which is the look I was trying to go for, and I wanted symmetry in the room. I enjoy it this way. As I mentioned, I DIY'd a lot of things, and that is one of the abstract art that I made, and I'm super in love with it. I just feel like it's quite modern, it's very chic, masculine at the same time, although the cream in my room just makes it all girly and very, very comfortable and a little bit feminine. So I wanted to mix both masculine and femininity in my design, and I wanted it to be sustainable. I was sick and tired of the bright colored colors, but this cushion just made me understand that both dark and light colors can live together in harmony. So I drew so much inspiration from this one particular cushion, and it brought about the makeover of my living room. It also inspired me to be creative and have some DIY. As you can see, those black books there were all sorts of different colors, but I just went over them with a shade of that black again. I painted over them, and I love the way it came out. That beautiful horse just makes everything feel so good. At the same time, I did not want to clutter my shelves. That's why I just put 2 or 3 things on the shelves. 3 is a great number in terms of design, 3 or 5, but 5 was a bit too much for a shelf for me, so I wanted to be minimalistic at the same time, so I wanted to keep it quite small. This wall is looking amazing to me, and I love everything about it, and I just love the way I feel in that little corner. That is my corner. My family knows that when I'm in the living room, nobody sits there because it's my corner, it's mommy's corner. But I really do enjoy my living room. I did leave that wall there. I did not paint over them, so I'm still kind of debating if I should finish painting over the other wall, but at the meantime, it is what it is, and if I feel like I should paint it later in the future, I will. As I mentioned earlier on, I like mixing natural textures. As you can see, the baskets there on the wall, those are from Africa, and I love the natural feel they have into the room, and it just makes it feel so good. And incorporating that beautiful aloe vera plant that I bought in IKEA, I feel like this room has really come together. I'm super happy when I sit in this room, and I love the structure of that aloe vera. It's just like gold. It's letting you know who's the boss, and I love it. It's not harmful for the kids. The spikes are not so sharp, so they've also kind of learned that they mustn't touch it. It's mommy's plant. Now moving on to the next wall there, which I left gray. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish painting it black, but I love the way it feels right now because I have mounted that artwork there. It just makes it feel like the black is conducive and it's flowing into the room, so I didn't feel the need to really paint over it. But if I do feel like painting, I will let you know. And obviously my fiddle leaf plant there, Kanye, is looking so good. I've been looking after them quite well, so I hope they continue being good. I hope they continue being good. But I love the way the green and the black contrast each other there, and the cream just brings in that softness. So my main theme was to go for blacks, greens and neutrals, and I think I have achieved the perfect look I was looking for. Although there's some few touches here and there that I do want to finish up in this living room. Rome was not built in a day, so it's still to come. That radiator there, guys, it's a soul thumb, and it's really getting the best of me. But I think I'm gonna make or come up with an idea of how I can cover that or paint it over. I'm not sure yet, but I will come up with a plan for it. Although that wall makes me feel so calm, it's not cluttered like the way it was before. I just love it. My table is another DIY that I am thinking of making, so I'm not sure. I'll let you know if there is a DIY to be coming very soon on that table. But the shelves, I have just put some of my favorite things that I really love, like that piece of art there with the little house there and in the farm, or it looks like just in a village. I don't know what it is about that. I love that picture so much. It is an oil paint that I bought at a market, and it was only €1. But when I sit in my corner, guys, I love glancing at that and looking and imagining things about that place. But anyways, it's just what I feel, and that little corner in my house just makes me feel so good. This is what my channel is about, guys. I just want you guys to be inspired to create corners in any part of your life that just make you smile and happy. Because when I'm sitting in my corner, guys, I feel so happy that I created this for my home, for my family. There's more corners to be coming, guys. A lot more corners. I would love to hear your thoughts on my living room so far. Please drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. But so far, I feel like it's working. It's working for me, and I love it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video. Mwah. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.